Abraham actually does see and communicate with Jehovah, and he is just as easily mistaken as these other angels he's with, and from a distance mistaken as men. So there is that one incidence where man and God intermeet and actually debate over the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. And this is a very, when you look at the Old Testament versus the New Testament, for sure, in the New Testament you have a deity that is definitely unseen or taken by faith, or, Jesus is speaking about a heavenly Father. Right. But in the Old Testament, the one God is almost bloodthirsty and jealous.
Like a war general.
Very much so.
Destroying cities, taking over land from the Canaanites and the Hittites, involved in local political disputes.
And this seems very, for an all-powerful, omniscient, omnipresent deity, this would seem a little bit out of character. And so what our current Anunnaki research basically tells us is that in the beginning, these beings seated themselves here as deities, as figureheads. Each one made itself, to Enlilites, Enlil was God, and the others were evil, or they were intermediaries. We also have the Nephilim, or the Agigi Watchers, which, 200 out of 300 were actually led down or brought down, and they start intermarrying with the daughters of men. You have the sons of God coming down, intermarrying and breeding with...
That's in Genesis 6.
Yes.
That did make it into the Bible.
Luckily. we got something to go by in there, but that's an interesting assertion that these intermediaries were able to do that, because in today's society we have this very non-material, metaphysical, spiritual idea of divinity and religion. Our ancient texts that we've based all our modern traditions on don't really follow that. These are very physical things, physical beings. Even assuming what we know now of modern technology, we look at things like Ezekiel's chariot and things like that, and we just stop to wonder, were they describing a construct of some kind? Was it a spaceship? Was it something that, in their vocabulary and their understanding, they only saw as one thing? We now, knowing the capabilities of technology, we can obviously see that if these beings were what they were, then clearly they're going to have far superior technology at that time than what the people here had access to.
And they could build big pyramids or giant monoliths around the world that I always talk about on my show. So